Hello guys, it's Johnny time again and welcome to another DeFi tutorial. Today we're gonna speak about all these kind of high yield farms on Binance Smart Chain, Polygon Chain, Ethereum Chain that are a bit too good to be true. So if you're familiar with those high yield farms where they offer you thousands and sometimes millions of APR, millions of percents, today we're going to cover all the risks that are involved and what kind of checks can we do in order to not get bankrupt and not getting stolen or getting rug pulled and losing a lot of money in DeFi. Because remember, DeFi has a lot of opportunities, but it also has a lot of risks. So watch this video till the end, so every time you want to invest your funds and you're being tempted with very high yields, very high APR, watch this video to understand what you need to check and how to be careful to not get scammed by those projects that come every Sunday and every Tuesday. Every single day there are new projects and most of them are scams. I'm sorry to say that, but most of them are scams and you should be careful. So let's cover it. We're gonna take an example of whalefarm.finance. I'm not saying that this project is a scam, but it's just an example that it might get rug pulled, it might get scams, and I saw dozens of clones of PancakeSwap and all these kind of yield farms that offer these great APRs, and let's see what the risks that are involved. But before we start, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, hit the bell button, choose all, so every time I release a new video about DeFi, a new tutorial, a new strategy that I share with you, you can see it right after. So make sure you're subscribed and notification bell is on. So we're gonna take an example of whale farm, but this is just an example. There are so many farms that offer this kind of high yields. This farm especially lives on the Binance Smart Chain, but there are also other this kind of high APRs website that offer you on Polygon network, on Ethereum network, on other chains that are equivalent to Binance Smart Chain, but in my experience, most of these projects that are a bit scams live on the Binance Smart Chain. So as you can see, that's how whale farm looks like. It looks a bit like PancakeSwap. If you're familiar with PancakeSwap, usually what happens is that the source code of PancakeSwap is open. It's open source. It's in GitHub. So people basically take this source code, clone it, create some kind of their own version, create their own token. In that case, it looks exactly like PancakeSwap. It's just with a different name, different domain, whalefarm.finance. They have a different logo and they do some tweaks here and there. They take the same smart contracts, tweaking them a bit, same user interface, same React web application, change it here and there, create a new they offer high yields, high APRs to tempt new investors that think that they can make a lot of money very, very easily. But remember, everything comes with a price. Everything that you do in DeFi, when it's too good to be true, always ask yourself, what is the catch? What is the catch that's going on here? So here we can see, for example, we have this kind of whalefarm.finance. The price right now is 163 US dollars. And the catch here, this is the catch that they actually made. So basically they don't let you harvest your yields. You will have to wait 1 week in order to harvest your yields. There will be a fixed block number, a fixed time where you can actually collect all the rewards that you get from your farming and your pools. And it looks a bit like PancakeSwap. The user interface looks exactly the same, just different color scheme. Instead of blue and orange, it's this kind of dark blue, like ocean, like whales. And this is the thing that is a bit different. So basically you cannot harvest your yields only after this date. And they say here it's fair launch, no pre-sale, no pre-min, anti-whale system, harvest lockup in periods, transfer fee. Let's click here and learn more about this mechanism. But before, let's go to farms. Let's look at the yields. Guys, look, 5 million% APR. Come on, guys. More than 12K% a day on your tokens. This is too good to be true. Maybe you can earn, but maybe you can also get bankrupt. So the two main risks here on this kind of project, the first risk is a rug pull, which means that when you lock up your funds, you provide liquidity here and you lock it on their farm contract, there might be some kind of secret function, secret backdoor in the smart contract that lets the developers who deploy the smart contract to steal all the liquidity pool tokens. So you can see that in that case, you stake Pancake liquidity pool tokens and you use their farm contract to earn whale tokens. This is less risky because some projects, they will ask you to create the liquidity pool tokens of their own project. So in that case, you hold Pancake liquidity pool tokens, which is safer, okay? It's safer than projects that ask you to create their own liquidity pool tokens. But again, remember that when you click here, approve contract, and then you click stake, basically what you're doing, you're taking your money, your liquidity pool tokens, and lock it inside their smart contract, the whale smart contract. So they always, this is the smart contract, they might put a function or some kind of backdoor that they can steal those smart contracts. So this is the first risk, the higher risk, that your liquidity pool tokens or your tokens, if you put it in the zero pools, the pools, so they clone it, they copy it from PancakeSwap, they can get stolen by developers, by the smart contract deployer, smart contract owner. This is the first risk. The second risk is basically when you buy the whale token itself. Usually what happens with these tokens, when the developers offer these crazy yields, millions of percent, it comes with a price. Remember that all this kind of percentage, people get the whale token, and the people who get the whale token do not want to hold the token for the long term. They don't have any incentive to hold it for a long term because this is a temporary project. It's a complete clone from PancakeSwap. They don't bring any additional value from the other original, the first projects like PancakeSwap, BakerySwap, BurgerSwap, etc., etc. So people probably will not hold this whale token for a long time. So once they get those whale tokens, they will want to sell them right after and get their US dollars, their BNB tokens, or whatever tokens that they feel safer holding for the long term. So this whale token is a very inflationary token, which means the price probably will go low and low over time. So here in that case, actually, you can see that the price is going up. So if you go to Poopcoin, this website can show you charts of the price. So you can see that actually this token launched 1 day ago, and a lot of people are getting tempted, and probably, I don't know if this kind of pump is artificial by developers who are creating purchase power, or actually people that think that they can make a lot of money, so they buy the token. But you can see that actually the token goes up. But what we can see usually in this token, that there is some kind of rise in the price because a lot of people are getting tempted. They like this kind of percentage, so they buy the whale, they buy the BUSD tokens because these are the highest APRs that they can earn. So they buy these kind of tokens and they stake them in the farm. But right after, what we can see in the future is some kind of decline. You're gonna see like maybe it will go up higher, but eventually the token will go down. And when it will go down, usually it's right after, because people get the incomes, so you can stake whale BUSD, but some people don't trust on the whale token, so they stake BTCB, BUSD, or Cake BNB, or stable coins. You can lock USDC, BUSD, which is stable coins, and earn 2000% a day. Come on guys, how crazy it is. You think that this is too good to be true. So the catch here is that you get deposit fee of 3.5%. So basically, let's say you put $500 USDC BUSD, in total 1K USD. The moment you deposit it to the smart contract, the developers, the project owners, gets 3.5% of this kind of US dollar, which means $35. So basically, if you made more than 3.5%, this is the most amount that you can lose in that case, because this is the amount that you give up the moment you stake it. And then you start earning those whale tokens that right now it's high percentage, or probably the price will drop down. So that's about it. So again, the first risk is that the liquidity pool tokens will get stolen. The second risk is that the whale token will go down and will worth nothing. So because more people want to sell it and get their yields on stable coins or other coins that they basically trust more, like BNB, Cake, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., etc. So let's take a look. In that case, the whale token is going up and up and up and not going down, and there is a reason for this. This reason is actually because people who actually staking their tokens to get yields, they cannot harvest. There is some kind of a lockup timer that prevents you from getting your rewards. So all the trading power, all the selling power that comes are people that buying and selling the whale tokens. So right now more people want to buy because they like the APRs. They see 5 million % APR, so they buy the whale token and stake it. But probably what's going to happen is after 5 days, the whale price gonna sell. It's like a pyramid. The first one who's gonna sell it are the ones who gonna earn, and you might wake up in the morning and see that the whale token, before you even manage to harvest your yields and sell them, the whale token might worth nothing. So that's probably what's gonna happen in that case. And let's take a look about the mechanism that they offer here, why they did it. So the developers here say that they use a harvest lockup based on time. Harvest lockup is a unique reward lockup mechanism used to limit the frequency of harvest. It is designed to prevent farming arbitrage bots from constantly harvesting and dumping. This is right. Usually in this project, there are a lot of bots that actually what they do, they automatically buy, they lock up in the contracts stable coins, let's say USDC, BUSD, and they have some kind of bot that harvests the yields every once in a while and sell it to stable coins. So once they did 3.5% of US dollars, they are already safe and they already made their investment. And this is how actually this price of the tokens getting down and down and down. Because imagine when you have unlimited supply, and you offer more and more tokens, a lot of tokens, in that case, look, the yields, eventually the price will go down because there will be a lot of selling pressure because people want to get the yields and get dollars instead. So they came up with this kind of idea to create this kind of locking mechanism so bots will not be able to harvest and sell automatically. So basically you can harvest between 25 to 2nd July, and this is the first block number 879 something. This is the first block that you can actually get your yields. So maybe you can see, maybe if you used the smart contract and you put some funds in the farming, you might see that you made thousands of dollars, but this is only on the paper, it's not on your wallet. Only on the 2nd July you can actually harvest the funds, and you don't know what the price is going to be when you harvest those funds. So let's see about the token. Let's see how we can look what the devs are planning and if we can trust the project. So if you go to PooCoin, you can see that actually the market cap is 56 million, which is quite high. And this is the liquidity of Whale BNB. But the more important thing, we want to look at the contract of the whale contract. So this is the whale token. You can see this is the whale token on Binance BSCScan. But more importantly, let's go and take a look at the holders. Who are the holders that actually holding these tokens and how they can influence the price? Now look, there are 752 holders right now. And right now the price is going up, right? Because people cannot get the harvest and people are just being tempted from these high APRs and buying more and more and more. But you can see that these are actually the addresses that hold the most amount of tokens is this one, which is a smart contract. You can see here by this icon here. This is a smart contract that holds more than 300K whale tokens, guys. 300K whale tokens. Let's just do a short calculation of how much is it in the amount of Bitcoin, in amount of US dollars. So we will take this number and multiply it with the current price, which is $160. So this address holds $52 million. Okay, from these 56 million dollars of the supply, $52 million are on this address. Let's take a look at this address and see what it is. So this is the token holder, and you can see, guys, that this is a contract, and this is the whale killer. Actually, this is basically the contract that so this is the contract that actually gives, and when you lock the funds, when you put your liquidity pool tokens inside the contract, this is the contract that you are actually interacting with. And you can see that this contract holds all the tokens that has been locked inside Pancake liquidity pool tokens, and all the BNB, BUSD, Cake, ETH. Basically, it's all the kind of liquidity pool tokens that people actually locked inside to earn. And this contract hold a lot of whale tokens. All the whale tokens automatically are being sent to actually right now they are not being sent to anyone, right? Because it's only on the smart contract. It's being logged that this and this address are owning this of whale tokens. But if we look at the BEP transactions, the only ones who are getting the whale tokens are the developers. Okay, these are the ones who are getting the whale farming. So we can see a lot of deposits. People send BUSD, ETH, BSC, a lot of tokens, and actually the only ones who get the whale tokens are the developers. Now, this is the developer's address, the second one, 24K, and you can see actually that every 1 minute they have this kind of, okay, let's take a look. No, this is not what I was looking for. So I'm gonna click on this address and token holder. Okay, this address. So you can see that this address have 24K whale tokens, and every 1 minute, every block, basically every block, it gets some kind of percentage of whale tokens to its wallet. So right now they are not selling the developers, but guys, these developers, they can sell this whale. They are the only ones who are right now getting the whale tokens. You put your funds inside, but you're not able to harvest them. But these developers, they can harvest them, but they don't even need to harvest them because the smart contracts automatically sends them the whale tokens. So they are the only ones that actually control the whale token price. They are the only ones that actually have the power. And in my opinion, I might get wrong, but just before, you see it's a pyramid. So let's say everyone can harvest the tokens. Okay, this is 100%. So the moment this block arrives, this 5 days from now, when it arrives, the price will get dropped. But in my opinion, it's gonna get dropped a day before. Because what's gonna happen is that developers here, you see this market cap, this is an imaginary market cap because this is the amount of tokens multiplied by the price of the tokens. But actually, the market cap and the money, the amount of money that you can actually make of selling this token is no more than 159K plus 50K. Why? Because you need someone to give you the other token in exchange, okay? So even the developers, even if right now you will have all the whale tokens in the circulation, this number is not true. Why? Because you will never be able to sell these whale tokens for BNB and BUSD, because the moment you will sell to this pool, you can see that there are only 580 BNB in the liquidity pool of the whale BNB. So which means that you take this number and you divide it by half. And you take this number and you divide it by half, which means that the market cap is not 56 billion. We want to open calculator, and we take this number 160K divided by half, which is 80K, and we take 50K divided by half, which is 24K plus 80K. The actual market cap that you can make now by selling the token is only 100K and not 56 million. That's why the developers will not sell the tokens right now, because 100K is not the money that they want to make. They want to make much more. And the more hype this token gets, the more liquidity is being added to BNB by people who want basically to harvest. They think that they will imaginary get a lot of whale tokens, and here they can see thousands of rewards and TVL of $1 million, which is actually not true, because if you look at a smart contract, it's not $1 million, it's much less. Let's take a look at the contract. It's $400K. So maybe they did some kind of formula and they multiplied it with 2, because right now the TVL is 405K and not $1 million. So this is another thing which is not quite honest. So the moment I believe that just 1 hour before or 1 day before everyone can harvest the yields and sell the whale tokens, the developers who control the most amount of supply of the whale token gonna take the whale tokens, sell them, and get all these 580 BNB and 5K BUSD instead. And you guys, I'm sorry to say that, you're gonna say with a lot of whale tokens that worth nothing. Right now it looks like they're worth 161K. The market cap is $57 million, but this is an illusion. This is an illusion, guys. You have to understand what is market cap, how it's calculated, what the price is being set off, and this is the most important data, the liquidity. The liquidity. This is the actually liquidity that you can use in order to trade your whale tokens, and there is no more than 160K liquidity. And the first ones who are gonna use this liquidity, you can be sure that it's gonna be the developers and the ones who deployed this whale farm finance. So maybe you will make some money with all these kind of projects, but every time that you are looking at all this kind of high yields, high farming, high APRs, always take a look sometimes at the smart contracts, take a look at the liquidity that is being provided, and always ask yourself, is it too good to be true? Maybe there is something that I'm missing, maybe there is some kind of thing that I'm not aware of, because guys, in that case, it's quite obvious that before you will even be able to harvest your whale tokens, they will probably be worth nothing. So I'm sorry to say that, and you know, maybe you will make some money, but this is too risky for me, and that's why I'm staying away from this kind of projects, and I'm staying with projects that I believe for the long term, like PancakeSwap, BakerySwap, Uniswap, SushiSwap, the main ones, the ones who actually create new things and bring value. So stay safe, and I don't know, it's just my opinion in these kind of projects and this whale farm. I might get wrong, but we will see in 5 days. That's usually what happens with this kind of projects. So I wanted to give you the transparency and the most amount of knowledge, so you guys will not lose your money. And you always need to remember that DeFi has a lot of opportunities, but also a lot of risks. So do your own research, learn about reading smart contracts, learn about, the more you will do it, sometimes you will get burned. It's okay, I also got burned in the past. It's part of the process. But eventually you will gain more skills to get better at it, of understanding what kind of projects are legit and what kind of projects are too risky to be good. So I hope this guide was helpful for you. If you have, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions of other videos that you want me to make, talk to me to the comments. I will be more than happy to give you more value and more content in the future. Thank you so much, and if you also enjoyed it, please like it and share it with your friends. I will appreciate it too much, and enjoy and be safe on DeFi. Bye bye.